All right, so as a lot of you know, I am really concerned about the shenanigans going on over at the World Economic Forum. And the reason I am concerned about all of that is because it seems to be leaking its way into societies across the world. These Western civilizations that feel like this is the correct way to go, the inclusivity, all these, these words they throw around to make it sound all nice and sunshiny. I saw this article today that I wanted to sort of go over that talks about how they're basically going to hack our brains. How the technology is going to advance to the degree that they can hack into our brains, and they can basically, like they say in this video right here, get the PIN number to our bank accounts. In this article from Sociable, let me see if I can pull this up here. In this article from Sociable, this woman talks about hacking, how the human brains are hackable. We can decode faces in your mind, your PIN number to your bank account. There's a couple videos in this that I want to play that to me are just wacky. And actually, it's that stuff that is possible and likely in the future. All these sci-fi writers sort of are getting it right. You think about Isaac Asimov from however many years ago, 50 or so years ago, with iRobot. That is going to be something that, could possibly happen in the next decade or so. You've got the pre-crime, which is basically sort of what this woman is talking about, where they can hack your brain and figure out what you're thinking and kind of head you off before you go down the wrong path. This is all part of the social credit system as well. That nice shiny thing that makes life easy for everybody, right? That is not going to be used nefariously or anything like that. It is a good thing. That's the way it's going to be sold to people. So at any rate, let me play a couple of the videos. There are a couple Twitter videos here of what this woman, Yuval Noah Harari, I suppose. She told the World Economic Forum that humans are hackable and that organisms are algorithms, basically. So we're nothing more than, components to a computer program. We're nothing more than just pieces that are there to, help their system run. This one right here is pretty interesting. This is the dystopian glimpse at the potential future of hackable human beings. And again, this isn't possible right now, but it shows you the direction that they all want to go with this stuff and the direction they feel like it's going to go and the possibilities if it does go that direction. So let me play this real quick here for you. Let me actually get this on full screen so you can see the whole thing.
Simply move the cursor to the left and scroll through your brain data over the past few hours. You can see your stress levels rising as the deadline to finish your memo approached, causing a peak in your beta brainwave activity right before an alert popped up, telling you to take a brain break. But what's that unusual change in your brain activity when you're asleep? It started earlier in the month. You send a text message to your doctor with a mental swipe of your cursor. Could you take a quick look at my brain data? Anything to worry about? Your mind starts to wander to the new colleague on your team, whom you know you shouldn't be daydreaming about, given the policy against intra-office romance. But you can't help fantasizing just a little. But then you start to worry that your boss will notice your amorous feelings when she checks your brain activity.
What could possibly go wrong with that? I'll finish playing that here in a second, but what could possibly go wrong with that? Your boss is going to have access to this information. That means political people are going to have access to this information. Who isn't going to have, be able to access this information? And on top of that, what does this mean as far as, do you have some sort of chip implanted in you that is connected to the internet? So when they say people are hackable, that could lead to all sorts of different things, not just your boss finding out that you're checking somebody out. That's like the tip of the iceberg with all this. At any rate, I'll go ahead and finish playing this clip right here.
The present. You breathe a sigh of relief when the email she sends you later that day congratulates you on your brain metrics from the past quarter, which have earned you another performance bonus. You head home,
Social
jamming to
credit.
the music, with your work-issued brain-sensing earbuds still in. When you arrive at work the next day, a somber cloud has fallen over the office. Along with emails, text messages, and GPS location data, the government has subpoenaed employees' brainwave data from the past year. They have compelling evidence that one of your coworkers has committed massive wire fraud. Now, they're looking for his co-conspirators. You discover they are looking for synchronized
This is the
brain
Ministry of
activity
Truth.
between your coworker and the people he has been working with. While you know you're innocent of any crime, you've been secretly
Doesn't
working
matter.
with him on a new startup venture. Shaking, you remove your earbuds.
That is absolutely insane to me. That is something that, and it very well could be. These days we look at Chat GPT and we think it's this amazing thing, all this AI being able to do all these different things. But this stuff is just the tip of the iceberg. This is probably like when the internet first, really came out to the public and you had that dial-up networking stuff, right? All that. That's basically what Chat GPT is at this point. It's really basic. It's nothing compared to what we might see in the future as far as AI and technology and all these different things. It's going to be a very interesting next few years. But let me continue on this article because there's two more short videos in here that are pretty interesting. She talks about what you think, what you feel, all that data that in large patterns can be decoded into or using artificial intelligence. So they want to get into your brain. They want to know what you're thinking. Pre-crime, like I said, they want to know these things because then they can maybe curtail some of the actions that they deem are, unnecessary, whether that's going to a protest or, doing whatever. They have access to everything, literally everything, including your brain. This one right here, your thoughts are not your own. With smart headbands, hats, earbuds, tattoos, you can pick up emotional states like you were happy, sad, or angry. Let me play this real quick for you.
We're not talking about implanted devices of the future. I'm talking about wearable devices that are like Fitbits for your brain. It used to be that there was very little we could tell from EEG activity. But already, using consumer wearable devices, these are headbands, hats that have sensors that can pick up your brainwave activity, earbuds, headphones, tiny tattoos that you can wear behind your ear. We can pick up emotional states like, are you happy or sad or angry? We can pick up and decode faces that you're seeing in your mind. Simple shapes, numbers, your PIN number to your bank account.
You getting yourself a headband or little, your smartwatch that reads your brainwave biometrics. I mean, I don't know how a watch would read your brainwaves, but you get a little headband or maybe an earpiece that, checks your brain patterns and all of that. I guarantee you there's going to be a whole bunch of people that will, because it's just the new thing, right? It's the new great thing. This is all leading to some crazy dystopian things that we read that are fiction these days are actually going to turn out to be the world that we live in. It's nuts to me. All right, so the last one on this article from Sociable, and I'll leave it in the description below. This one talks about surveillance of the brain and how this could be used as dystopian. There could be dystopian elements to this, but that's not what our plans are. We're good, right? We're just. We're the people that aren't going to use it for those things. We're going to be using it for the betterment of society. Let me go ahead and play this real quick.
Surveillance of the human brain can be powerful, helpful, useful, transform the workplace, and make our lives better. It also has a dystopian possibility of being used to exploit and bring to the surface our most secret self. It threatens fundamentally what our own self-identity is in some ways, and threatens to become a tool of oppression.
I don't even know. I mean, how how could anybody not be concerned about this stuff? And I know me, I'm one to, lean on the side of, holy crap, this stuff this is not going in a good direction. And there are some people saying that, oh, they're going to make sure it's okay and it's fine and this and that. But when you've seen governments throughout the world time and time again, any tool they can use to either oppress or make their situation better, control the people, because the World Economic Forum, these governments, we are just parts of their machine. We are just parts of this, just to keep everything moving. So if they can keep track of every different part of this engine, if they can have sensors on all the different parts of the engine and they know when part of it is broke, then it's going to make their job a whole lot easier. But we know, because we've seen throughout history, that governments do a fantastic job of tearing stuff up, not making things better for the world like the World Economic Forum says they want to do. They do a great job of just wrecking the whole system. It works for a little while, and then the human factor comes in and they get greedy and all that. So I'm just concerned, where all of this technology is going. It's fantastic. I'm kind of glad to be alive at this point to see all of this stuff coming through, because when you think back to our teenage years, my teenage years anyway, you had cords on your telephones and you had to walk to the other side of the room to talk to your girlfriend or boyfriend without the family knowing. These days we've got basically computers in our pockets, and this is going to be sort of like the telephones of the past were just 20, 30 years ago. In 20, 30 years, we won't have these surveillance devices in our pockets. We'll have them planted in our freaking heads. So that is, while it's interesting and cool, and it's going to be exciting to see where all this stuff goes, there is that absolute, oh no, this could be... I hate to sound all Armageddon-y here, but this could be the beginning of the end. And it sure seems like if they have the ability, plus you've got the AI and the technology where, police officers and things like that are going to basically be robots in the future, the drone technology. It's going to be hard to be an average citizen moving into the future. So, just very interesting, and we'll see where it all goes. Maybe I am overreacting, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. So, at any rate, love to get your guys' thoughts on all that stuff. You're going to wear yourself a little brainwave headband to make sure you're sleeping okay and to make sure that you're not all stressed out, or, people wearing them because, oh, I got triggered. See, it's right here. It shows you triggered me. You can't say that. They'll probably use it to, these days, they just assume that everyone's racist. So in the future, they'll be able to tell. See this brainwave pattern? That means you're racist. So at any rate, that's it for this video. I just think it's very interesting, all the technology that's coming out and how these people, these elites and the powers that be, plan on using this technology. They will sell us one side of it, the sunshine and roses, but on the other side, they're licking their lips and they're just saying, this is going to be fantastic. We're going to be able to tell every little piece about every person on the planet, and we're not going to have to worry about this stuff. Pre-crime could be something that we see in the future, or at least surveillance, because your tendencies are 70% this or 70% that you could do something violent, even though most of the time they don't care these days. But you could do something violent. So we have the ability to surveil you, and the probable cause basically to surveil you now, because we've got your brainwave patterns. So all of this technology is crazy to me, where we are going and where they want to take it, where I think they're going to take it. But with that, if you like the video, make sure and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. But take care and prepare, everyone, and we will talk to you later.